Hi Cappies, welcome to Vivid Vibration Tarot. Sorry, I'm in a little world for a second. We are going to do the read for the upcoming month of October. I hope that y'all are doing well. Let's see what we get for my Cappies. Sorry, the lighting's like terrible for these videos at night. It is what it is. The Judge, the Sustainer, Anima Mundi, the Lover, the Mirror, and the Village. Shaky. It's a little chilly in here. Well, Caps, I want to start with the Judge. You know, the Judge is the idea of like you can't be a good judge and a bad judge. You know, like you can't show favor in certain circumstances and then turn around and remove that right to favor in the next breath. I mean, this feels like a very wishy-washy energy. And I feel like you guys are kind of coming in with this like wishy-washy energy. And, you know, the Village is the idea that, you know, you can't get any bigger than the people you surround yourself with, right? I mean, it's kind of that idea of like your friends don't want you to, you know, succeed. They don't want you to be bigger than them. And I don't even really know, you know, Cappies, where specifically this is coming from, because I mean, you have very different energies here. I mean, with the Judge and the Village and the Mirror, it's this idea of like a fractured idea of people not really seeing things for what they are, you feeling confined and restrained by it, and, you know, like, I want to say, like, coming in as the judge before you can be judged, right? I mean, this feels like a very defensive, like, non-straightforward. It doesn't feel straightforward at all, you know, so I don't know if you guys are, like, dealing with some issues with people, you know, friends, co-workers, I don't know, you know, however that resonates for you. But then over here on this other side, you have like a completely different energy. And it's Anima Mundi, you know, which is a completion, with the Sustainer and the Lover. You know, it could be for some of my Cappies, you guys are getting out of relationships and, you know, you feel like, I guess that would be a pendulum swing, wouldn't it? You feel like if that's who you think I am, then that's who I'm going to be. Like, I'll show you. Cappies, come on now. But y'all are stubborn AF. Like, there's literally, like, I mean, there are signs that can stand next to y'all, but y'all are hella stubborn. So, I mean, I feel like maybe this energy is coming from a place of rebellion, you know, almost like somebody accused you of something, and so now you're going to, like, follow that through and let them really see what that looks like, you know, like almost like you got petty. Cap, come on now. But so then the completion with the Sustainer and the Lover, you know, I almost feel like maybe like there's this idea of something coming to a close. You know, maybe these like battles that you're engaging in, you know, because I mean, the idea of the Village is that it's kind of coming from every direction, you know, like it doesn't feel like it's just like one person or one situation. I feel like you just kind of feel like this about everything and everyone, and you're just like, ugh, you know, like on some shit. And the Lover with the Sustainer, I mean, this really does kind of speak to the idea, Cappies, that you guys have a relationship that's coming in, you know, that really kind of, I don't want to say like, maybe grounds you a little bit, you know, gives you a sense of stability, gives you a sense of belonging, and feeling like safe and calm, because this energy up here feels really chaotic, and I kind of get the sense that that's coming to a close. You know, that you're maybe you're finding somebody who you finally want to like settle down with, you know, that you want to really like build something with. I mean, the sustaining card, I mean, I feel like maybe this person comes in as like a grounding point for you that really helps you to kind of rebalance your life. I hope so. I hope so, Cappies. Let's see what else we can get here for my caps. I feel like this camera angle makes my head look big. I don't know. I hope not. It kind of does. I feel like. Oh, shit. These cards are sticking. Alright, let's see what else we can get here for my cappies. Okay, these three fill out first. And then this wad here. Okay, Santa Muerta, the Empress, the Moon, the Queen of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. You know, I don't know if you guys are re-approaching a relationship. I do kind of get the feeling that this is something that's already ended. You know, like, I know some of my cappies have gone through some breakups recently, so, you know, I don't know if this is, you know, like coming back into a relationship, but it feels like there's maybe a little bit of hesitation that you might be facing, or it could be that you're hesitant. Take it out, resonates. Energy is fluid. But it is that idea that, you know, there's this hesitancy to really embrace abundance. I mean, you know, the Empress is a card of abundance. It's like a harvesting card, you know, so it's like the culmination of everything, and like being over this culmination. You know, but like also having to follow your intuition, because the Moon is also, you know, speaking to the idea of not knowing. Although I love this Moon card because it kind of gives you like that different look at yourself. And I almost feel like with the Mirror here, like you've really just been feeling fractured. Like you feel like there's just fractured images of yourself, and almost like you're taking on this attitude of like, well, I'll show you. And you're portraying these behaviors that are not sincere to who you are. And I almost feel like instead of projecting other people's perceptions, or allowing other people to project their perceptions onto you, and you, rather than being like, no, that's not who I am, like fuck off, you being like, all right, I'll show you nasty, or I'll show you this, or I'll show you that. And that's where you've been. And I feel like this is kind of saying that you're coming into a place where you're like actually starting to like recognize yourself and see a different picture of yourself. That's enabling you to really cut away with this fractured idea. I almost want to say like this need for rebellion. I mean, the Queen of Wands is like a call to action card, you know, like, come on, let's get it together here. Um, and I feel like this is coming from someone in your life who you have been in a relationship with before, you know, like, I don't know if it's like your recent ex or, you know, somebody from the past that, because it seems like a really big transition all of a sudden. It seems like you were like rebelling against everything and everyone, and then all of a sudden there's this like completion, and you coming in as being really protective, things coming back to life, new beginnings. I mean, you know, you've got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, you know, so that's, you know, a new truth. Ace of Pentacles is often, you know, like a new beginning, a new project, you know, just like a new awareness of abundance. You know, and abundance isn't always financial. This, you know, the Pentacles does tend to be financial, you know, but like maybe you learn something that really helps you to like take that step in a direction that's more fruitful for you. But whatever it is, it seems like it's coming from a reconnection. Like, I don't know what this person, like, I feel like maybe this person just, maybe they're like, maybe you feel like they got away, you know, and it's like all of a sudden now you have an opportunity that you didn't see coming, and you're like, I'm not going to miss it. I don't know what this is about, but I do know that it comes at the end of all of this, you know, behavior. It's almost like this, like pull full stop, everything's changing. It has this flip feel to it. That was in another read. I don't remember which sign that was for, but it was like this idea of like a flip, you know. All right, let's see what we have for, what else I can get for my caps. I mean, you know, like, thank God for the flip in the positive direction, because Cappies, you know, I mean, I love y'all so much, but when you're obstinate, it's like, try me, you know, like, you know, you push everyone. You guys get in your like, I have so many caps in my life. Okay, what else can we get here for my cappies? We're not going to get anything from this deck. Let's try the Hidden Realm. See what comes from that. I look red. My lampshade. Now they come. Hidden Realm likes to come with cards. Page of Wands. Four of Wands. I wonder if you guys are, I mean, the Four of Wands is like working on a project. So, and the Page of Wands is movement. Seven of Wands is waiting for the call. You know, like, maybe you guys are waiting on something. Maybe you're waiting to hear whether or not you're going to be able to do something, and you're just feeling really anxious about it. You know, like, maybe this isn't something that comes out of the blue. Maybe it's something that you're waiting for. You know, like, you're waiting for your opportunity to do something that's going to, you know, like, really just, I think, take your life to a level that you're wanting. Some of my caps might be moving. Maybe you're getting like new roommates. Maybe you're getting your own place. Maybe you're moving in with somebody. I mean, you do have the Lover's card here. And maybe that's part of what brings you this sense of stability, you know, and this sense of sustaining. Like, you feel like you're moving in a direction that you actually want to sustain. You know, like, maybe the flip is in your desire. Like, before, you're like rebelling against all these things because you didn't want to sustain them, and you're moving in a direction, you know, like, you've just been waiting for this opportunity like you're like I knew it was coming. I knew it would show itself, and the second it does, you like move towards it. And I feel like there's you know, like a lot of people involved in this. I mean, maybe not a lot, maybe just a few, but it feels like there's other people involved, and you're creating something, you know, sustainable. I feel like in a really big way. I'd be interested to see how that resonates for some of my Cappies, for sure. Okay, let's see. What else did we get? Oh, that's like 5 cards. I'm just fine. Oh my god. All right. The Mother. You know what? That makes sense. Because I know that makes sense. For some of my Cappies, I feel like maybe you guys are living in an environment, maybe some of y'all are living at home right now, maybe some of y'all are, you know, living in a house with a group of people that you really aren't getting along with anymore, you know, but and that's kind of where like all this rebellion is coming from, because you're just like fed up with everything, because you feel like they're constantly saying that you're doing all these things and you're not. And this might be really a specific story for some, but it's that idea of like that's what you're getting away from. Like maybe you're moving out of your parents' house. For some of my Cappies, for other of my Cappies, I know you're not moving out of your parents' house, so you know, like it could be that you're like your roommate, or you know, like the group of friends that you've been, you know, like rolling with, and they're just kind of like, you're like, okay, you know what, I'm done, because this is like, y'all are just bringing me down, you know, like this is not it. I hate it, you know, like I need to cut away with all of this. You know, whether that's your actual home or like your friends, or however that resonates for you. It seems like you're going to be doing some like major transitioning in the month of October. So I'll be interested to see what that means for all of my Cappies. I love you guys so much, and have a happy October.